I'm closer to finding what I'm good at and what I want to learn, right? Where I can meet that with what's needed. Right, what I want to do has to intersect with something that needs to happen.
Every year we do a community-based play, and what that means is that we get community members together and people volunteer, and we create a play that's original.
I'm Sarah Kay Chalmers, and I'm the Director of Civic Engagement for Civic Ensemble.
We decided to do community police relations, which at the time that we decided on that topic was just something that had always been of importance to us personally as a company and our members in the company, as well as something that nationally and locally in particular we felt was important to talk about.
Oh, can you see me? Can you hear me? Do you feel me? I don't think they understand what it's like to be a cop. The badge on my heart is the shield to my soul, while the Glock on my waist is the weapon of control.
We started a series of story circles to talk about that, and we reached out to the law enforcement, and we were doing our research for about a year before we even convened the community members to come together and start creating the play.
I feel safe when I know there are people around that care.
When people know me and my family.
When people help each other.
When everyone is treated equally.
When we get to know our neighbors.
And when we greet each other passing on the street.
When people are talking.
When I have to prove I need to do my job.
When we come together to solve problems. Wait. I don't feel safe.
In the process of that, there was an eruption in Ferguson, and then here in Ithaca there was an incident that kind of made it even more relevant.
That the community is not supportive of the police department. The community is against them. That's the feeling they have. So that when they walk down the street and engage with the community is snickering, laughing, disrespecting them.
You three, you're all the same. The boys in blue can't be tamed. I get it, you gotta mix real, don't regret it, but please, our country needs a medic, not a headache. Cross the Atlantic, round up Pacific, the war on terror is more than they'll admit it. Flip it, switch it, look outside your homes, domestic policing, the same without the drones. Oh.
Driving while black one, with a baby, Cayuga Heights, early evening.
Be quiet. Come on, son, we're almost home.
Where are you going?
Home.
Where are you coming from?
Picking up my stuff from daycare.
Is that your car?
Yeah. And that's my son. Is there something wrong, officer?
Your taillight's out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let you off this time. Have a nice night.
Put myself aside, right? So I want him to talk. I want him to feel like he's with a friend, and in truth he is, because I care about that guy. He's part of my project. He's part of my community. So I disagree with him. I think he has views about poor people and people of color that are very problematic, but he's a human being. That doesn't take away the human part. And I think when we have the political part on top of that, it's very hard to see, here's this guy who actually does care about his job, who actually does, he's in a framework. And he's brought up a certain way out in the country here, yeah?
In terms of the goal of the Public Service Center to kind of, especially with the fellowship and connecting the campus with local organizations that are doing work of service to the community, we did our best to kind of make sure those connections stayed alive through the project. We did several story circles on the Cornell campus. The Cornell police were particularly interested. Among law enforcement, I would say Cornell police was the most interested in talking to us and had a very strong, Kathy Zoner and Dave Honan, the deputy chief, had a very strong commitment to community police relations and innovative ways of kind of furthering that. So they were very excited about it. Kathy came and saw the performance. We had 2 Cornell students who were very closely involved with the production, one of whom didn't complete and do the performance, but was with us through the whole preparation of the summer of getting the play together, and another one who, was there from the beginning in July all the way through to all the performances and acted in the play and actually had quite a lot to do in the play and wants to do this work as part of his career. So that was really exciting to be a part of both, because I'm an educator as well. I've taught at Cornell, I've taught at Ithaca College, Binghamton University, and several high schools and middle schools in New York City. So the opportunity to mentor and to use the project as a way to kind of talk about the work as well as just doing the work and have that constant reflection on what happened today and that kind of thing. We would stay late and talk about it, and I think it really was inspiring both for him, both as the work of community-based arts as well as an actor, because he got to act in a play and do all these different roles. He played 6 or 7 different characters to great acclaim.
My name is Soraya Diggs. I'm a sophomore in CALS. On campus, I'm a part of the Women of Color Coalition and Black Students Unite. I work at the Public Service Center as a public achievement coach. So I'd actually met with Sarah on a couple of occasions before going to see the play. So she came to a panel for public achievement coaches on like different community leaders. So she was one of the first people to speak, so I got to hear her talk about safety and some of the issues of police brutality, like in Ithaca. I was very excited to come to her play, and I thought it was very well done. I really loved one of the last scenes, which was when the police officers and the civilians were kind of like going back and forth at it, and like there's a lot of like yelling and talking about like, I just want you to see me for who I am, or like just see me as like a person, which was very moving. I think people in the audience definitely got to see some of the experiences of people who experience police brutality, because a lot of the times it's just a news story or maybe like an article written about it, but I guess seeing it in the play, people can kind of like see how things play out and see what's going on behind the scenes in terms of what's going on in the person's mind.
And I think it's sometimes difficult to gauge the impact of something like this because people leave and they go out and live their lives, and even if there was a little survey maybe after the show, it would be difficult to really assess like how that theater experience changed someone's thinking or not. There's a wonderful group in Ithaca called the Multicultural Resource Center. They're actually part of the Cornell Cooperative Extension, and they do their talking circles on race and racism, and a lot of the people who participate in the talking circles came to the play, and they have their own listserv, and there was quite a lively, from what I hear, discussion on the listserv about the play. People that had challenges from seeing it, people who really loved it, so it started a conversation. One of the people that shared in the story circle, and whose story, I won't say which one, but was in the play and came to see the play twice, was someone who didn't come to the story circle. He was interviewed because he didn't want to hear any stories of positive stories about the police. Thought that would be too difficult based on the experiences that he had had. After seeing the play, this person actually had a conversation with a police officer.